Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. What is unique in Satsang is to hear that what you search, your real nature, is always here. Of course, you cannot depend for that to realize that on feelings, experiences, knowledge, because they go on changing, because the subject, the experiencer, the knower, the doer is included in what changes. So in Satsang, it's just one pointed direction. It has to be direct, it has to be simple. And the simplicity of the direction, the indication, is possible because the mind is redirected towards its source. Otherwise, you see, what we call the mind is dual. It's already very complicated. And whatever it brings will be a multiplication of directions, of offering, of suggestions. It cannot be it. It cannot lead you to it. So, if I say a simple direction, even the idea of its simplicity is a loop, is too much. But it's an indication to be one pointed towards the source of I search, which is already the mind. So, could you not listen here without the means of your ears? That realization of what you are, of your natural state, will not be through the mind. So don't wait to have an ultimate answer in the mind. Don't wait for something which is then in the mind, since time and space is in the mind. Just give up. Risk not to go in movements of the mind. Because you already are it. It will never be an achievement or a result of, even of a result of your search. It will not be. One quality is required: fire for freedom. The urge, intense, to finally know who I am. And that will ruin, burn the so-called power of what is complicated, what is dual. If I am not clear enough, please ask. If it is clear enough, why do you search if it is the case? If you don't search, what's missing if it is the case? To be one-pointed may take some time, of course, because we are used to do otherwise. We are used to do so, to go here and there. But I love the expression, traditional expression, which is, it is to realize it as quick as a blink of an eye. You do it, blink of an eye, you will realize that it's not in time. So if still time plays on you, take an indication which looks essential to you from satsang. And just take the direction again and again. That will be enough. You don't need to do anything else. And the only illusion that it looks like needed is because the mind multiplied itself so much, so somehow you have to reduce it to the one who has a mind, to the one who thinks is I am somebody, I am born. So go back always to there, and make disappear the belief that you are I. So, happy? You see, the person will be so struck not by a tremendous experience, but by the simplicity of it, and when that he will be in awe, and it's because there is no word, so it's called simple. As I say, it's already too much of a loop to say so, because you are always it. But you want to attach a feeling, a knowledge. Why? When you hear, because of that, it looks like veiling it. Hmm? So never forget, if it is needed, it's your birthright to free what you believe in. Don't hesitate to ask, to trouble me if needed. Don't hesitate. Satsang is for that. Otherwise, where you will ask if needed? It's not through silence that you will understand. Real silence, you see, teaches, of course. But if yourself are searching or are landing somewhere, it's a language you don't understand. So you have to speak your language. Don't allow anything to touch you. Because it will suffer, it will make you suffer. Yes.
I feel I need to address to that
Yes,
because
sure.
what you said really touches me.
Okay.
I recognize myself in the stage about what you talked about, but I don't know what can I do after this, because it's like I feel that my mind wants to know things, wants the
Yes,
answers.
of course.
And until some stage that helped me.
Yeah.
But now I feel I'm always in the loop. Always putting the same questions, always knowing the answers before putting the questions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So you have to drop your knowledge now. Ooh, ooh. You have to drop what you acquired and helped you at a certain point, because of course the mind has to be clear. It's not a potato, and it's not a tomato, and it is not also a feeling of heaven or a feeling of hell. You see, the mind has to be very clear about what it is not. That is the knowledge, isn't it? Yes. And yet, there is somebody left with the perfect knowledge, and it's still too much, isn't it? So that somebody means you, when you say I, is maintained only because he has the knowledge. So it's very simple. If it is maintained only because it has the knowledge, I know. Drop the knowledge. What will happen?
I'm left.
I what?
Left.
Left. What is left? What is left?
It's me that's left. After taking.
You work with your mind. I don't ask you to reply with your knowledge. No, we are into action. Okay? So, if you drop your knowledge, what remains? You don't need to speak with your mind. Still, I can have an answer. Don't be quick, you see. Allow that.
It's really a big force of habit.
You see, you could understand, you see. I understand, but you have also to understand me. Because of this habit, because it was your safety, how you say? Belt. Your safety belt. You know? Of course, you are not going to, you are even maybe afraid to leave it, to give it up. But I tell you, I, the seeker, the finder, the knower, is maintained as somebody, as the belief I am that, because it hooks at something. In this case, because it hooks at the acquired knowledge. The right knowledge. Yet a knowledge. Okay? So what does it mean, a knowledge? Answers coming, isn't it? Questions, but now it's more about answers are coming. That's what you did. You see? And you immediately go there. Instead of, as I tell you, leave the knowledge aside. What remains? Yes, that direction, but let it make its way. It's a direction. Let it make its way alone. What stops you? But you know, listen, that will always be there. So if you don't take the strong fire for freedom, if you don't see the amazing blessing and luck you have in this life, to go for it. Will you stop at some habit showing up? You have done that. You have done that. Now it's time not to go there. Otherwise, you will never, never go where I show you to go. Of course habits will be there, but now you are serious. You want to go for what you went after all in this life. I want to be free. You always have been free. It's only because you hook yourself at something, you became a subject. If you don't hook at anything, and for you it looks now the background is the knowledge, which was absolutely necessary and helped you, yet now it's an hindrance. Will you not go farther? Will you like to stay there? Yeah, but you see, for that you need your fire for freedom. Because it requests that this is no more your reference. Because this was to learn about what you are. In fact, you already are before you went for knowledge. So go back from where you always have been now. You don't need knowledge for that. You have to give it up. Be like Buddha, you see. He did everything. You can call it was knowledge. He meditated up to the maximum he could meditate, nothing. He gave up. He could not. And what happened when he gave up? Habits, dancers, this and that. Everything was in front of him. Everything. But he didn't want, because he knew this is mind. This is the mind. I am not going there now. It is enough. I will not be fooled anymore. And it goes on and it goes on. It doesn't shake him. Then it disappears as it appeared. And then you are left with your own self. Be like that. Or don't pretend that you run after freedom. You see? Yes.
At the same time, I'm also struggling to live with others with this language that I love so much.
How to what? With
Live
with others.
with others that don't understand this language so much. And the others are people who are so dear to me.
Yes.
I struggle to live with them.
Yes. Listen, you don't need to speak that language to them. Just be what you are. And that is more powerful for them. You know? Don't worry. You have to trust that takes care. That takes care of your environment. Yeah? You see, if you are not naturally a seeker after truth, this is a mad language. They cannot take it. So, just be as you are.
Then the conversation of daily life changes in me.
Yeah. You think so? If you need to drink a tea, will you speak differently? Please bring in my cup of tea. No.
I understand your language very well and I'm so passionate about it. And I take refuge in that direction constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes there are confusion when an appearance appears and you go into an experience that you regret.
Why you regret?
There are consequences that life requires you to make a decision. Whether you
But you know, have you any control about this life?
There are many times I do self-inquiry and the answer that comes to me is that you have no control about it. But yet, we get so attached to the experience and we always end up doing something we regret.
But this body experiences things, isn't it? That will continue. This body. But you know, the body creates this environment and, you know, this. But you know what it is. And you know very well also what you are. So there is no problem about that. One is in time. You see, the time appears with this person because it's still alive. It has its life. It has its life. And most probably the life it got in the past continuing in some ways. But to realize who you are is not in time. The time appears, it is included, you can say, it disappears. Over it, on it, you don't know that, about that, but you cannot have control on that. And remember, we realized the self because there was disappearance, otherwise it would not even be manifested. Don't create this problem. It's not a problem. there is, you see, one concept which is deeply there generally, is that one believes that the time, the sense of time will change. So that in the time we will live the realization. It's not like that. The time remains time, means there is like span of life, of identification or of quietness and non-identification, and it will remain like this. The waking up is to exactly see you have been always there, regardless of the play of time. Yeah.
Maybe like Buddha, so much is coming up for me, and I go from being like an overwhelmed sheep to...
So it's not like Buddha.
No.
Buddha didn't go there.
But I need a lot of like anger, saying no, I'm not going there. It's because I just want this to be the last time here. I just don't want to go through it again and again. I just want to be finished with this. So I cannot allow myself to be overwhelmed by all the
But your
tendencies.
body may be overwhelmed. This personality may be overwhelmed. Sure. Then?
I'm afraid that I will be washed away by this personality. Because it's...
The personality is afraid to be afraid by the personality. You see, it's about realizing the true nature. That nature which is the same, which is same is even too much to say, which is not dual, which is for everyone the same. It is not a good sentence, doesn't matter, it just indicates. And not to go to anything else, that this person will finally be finished with all this, but I remains as a person. A happy person without those things. No. So, I dive into that person who really wants to be free. Dive in the person without luggage. Even this luggage of being free now is too much. And then come back. Then I wonder who cares if you are overwhelmed or not. It will still happen, then what? Doesn't matter. It's funny. You believe that I am never overwhelmed, or I don't know what. The one you see, the one you speak to me, to... Huh? What is this? It's a concept, huh? Yes, it's not about that. But of course, it's because the person has enough with overwhelming and suffering and all that, he goes for freedom. Huh? Yes, yes. But know that freedom doesn't rely on the same platform. It's not like on the right it is heaven and on the left, it's contrary, it's hell, or above it is heaven and down it's deep hell. No. It's not the same. There is no platform. This is on a platform. And the platform appears from where? How come it can appear?
So then when I go into my mind, you see this,
Yeah.
for example, something happened with
Yeah.
me, it happened, and I want to express my feelings about it because I feel it's unbearable if I have to keep quiet. Then if I start to express the feelings, it means I go into my mind.
Yes. But you see, keeping quiet, you don't understand. I don't tell you to keep quiet and all is there and you suppress and you... No. I have something better than expressing the feelings and to keep quiet in that way. No, you just ask who is feeling.
And then the feeling is disappearing. In time.
That is your experience. Okay, then your feeling disappear?
No.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I don't know. You will answer in your own way, but even the answers you see will again fix you somewhere. You see? You know that. Because you see, even if you say, oh no, the feelings have disappeared, and then you are very happy and you stop your self-inquiry, then of course another thing will come in the same way. Yet the direction is good. Yes, you can always ask, and so who doesn't have any feeling now?
So I have to be there always vigilant.
Whenever you can be vigilant, yes, whenever you can. That you don't care about where you could not do. It's in time, and anyway time will pass by all the time. Don't care. What is essential is when suddenly you, oh, I'm in my mind, and you know which arrow to use. You see? So that has to be your stable pillar, because you see this pillar, this tool, don't worry, it will disappear on its own. But as long as you don't go to the proper place where it disappears, it will be there and use it. Yes. With persistency. With persistency.
I always had the belief that the person would be free, but actually the person is never free.
Very good. Yes, I agree with you.
But I was always looking for the person. How can
Yeah,
the person be free?
sure. And no, you cannot believe that now. So what's going on? Where you will put your efforts now? It was a belief. And what you are, you have not to make efforts normally to be it. You never have to make efforts. You know, we make effort when you believe something, and then we have to make an effort to unbelieve or undo. But it's to throw you to be more empty in the mind. You undo. The person is still there, you see. The person is still there, so it's not enough of a direction. You are not what you can see. You are not what you can express. You are that which can see. So give up this idea that the time one day will be still time, but enlightened time. You just give up that idea. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't hear you. It was about
Ah, you cannot hear. You mind to come near? But you can come near. On the ground, yeah. So you didn't hear the whole satsang?
Not all, but sometimes I
But the word sometimes is enough, huh? Ah, but there is a place. The wind likes to speak louder today. Maybe wiser, huh? Maybe it's wiser.
windy. It's
I don't know what to tell you now. What do you want to hear? Tell. You have not to search for yourself.
Je peux le dire en français?
Oui, Mukti. Yeah.
Lorsque le mental commence à s'exciter un peu,
when the mind is exciting itself.
Yeah.
et que j'arrive pas à le calmer,
And I cannot quieten it down.
je lui demande
I'm asking him
d'aller chercher des choses
find things
comme tu te rappelles de cette maison jaune quand
are you
j'avais 7 ans?
remembering a yellow house?
Et du coup, je trouve que, enfin je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée de faire ça, mais du coup,
Find it's a good idea.
je trouve qu'il s'excite moins.
And then my mind is less excited.
Yes.
Alors, je sais pas ce que tu penses de ça.
Ah ben, j'arrête de penser là. I stopped thinking. Well, you have to go long. Je parle en quoi? En français, non? Oui. Tu dois aller très très loin dans ta mémoire,
You have
donc
to go far in your memory,
le temps d'aller là, ton mental est un peu calme.
and then your mind quietens
Oui.
down.
Mais it's not a good way. C'est pas un bon. Non. Parce que tu sais, en fait, on donne tout le temps des objets à son mental. Hein.
We give always objects to the
Bon,
mind.
quelques objets sont plus calmes. Apparemment, la maison jaune te calme.
Quite more quiet, like the yellow
Tu as
house.
dû sans doute avoir une belle enfance dans ta maison jaune.
I guess you had a nice childhood in that yellow house.
Mais c'est un objet.
But it's an object.
Et en plus, maintenant, c'est plus là, c'est dans la
No, it's
mémoire.
not there, it's in the memory.
Donc, tu es complètement dans ton mental.
So you are totally in your mind.
Et il n'y a pas de repos dans le mental.
There is no rest.
Il y a des moments où tu es plus calme, où il y a des moments de repos, mais c'est tellement éphémère.
But it's very ephemeral.
C'est ça qui fait chercher autre chose. Hein.
This makes you seek something else.
So, tu devrais plutôt voir
You have to see.
comment est-ce que tu peux voir des objets
How can you see objects
s'il n'y avait pas de sujet.
if there was no subject?
Et ce sujet, il semble qu'il soit toujours le même par rapport aux objets.
The subject seems always the same in comparison with the objects.
Hein? Tu ne changes pas de sujet quand même.
Don't change the
Tu
subject.
crois vraiment que tu es ce qui a pris forme comme ça par ta naissance.
Shape at birth.
Mais en fait,
In fact,
si tu décris ton sujet,
if you describe your subject,
tu vas décrire
you will describe
ce corps,
his body,
ces émotions que tu ressens et toutes ces images que tu as dans la tête.
and all the images in your head.
Hein, c'est ta personnalité.
It's your personality.
Maintenant, je me demande bien
Now
qui
I'm
peut
asking
voir
myself,
cette personnalité
who can see this personality?
qui se nomme je lui-même. Je suis né, je suis
It's
une
called
femme,
I.
je suis ci
I am
et
a
ça.
woman.
Donc c'est dans cette direction
It's in
de
that direction
d'où je puis voir même ce personnage.
from where can I see this character?
Elle est dans cette direction-là.
Go to that direction.
En laissant ton mental sans y toucher pour un moment.
Don't touch your mind.
C'est par là qu'il faut aller. Tu sembles un peu plus calmé aussi comme ça.
Feel quiet.
Et c'est une direction que tu peux tout à fait faire confiance à cette direction,
And trust that direction.
parce que c'est la direction de ce que tu es vraiment.
It's the direction of what you are really.
Et quand tu réalises qui tu es vraiment,
When you realize who you are,
tu n'as plus besoin de l'aide de ton mental.
you don't need the help of your mind.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I see that, my last question, the last time I spoke to you in Satsang.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
You
But I-
didn't forget?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Because I want to say that I see it came from a place of wanting a certain experience for the person.
Okay.
And I see the stupidity of it. the redundance.
Okay, so you are freed from that. No, don't say.
Yeah, I am. I'm free from it.
Yes, you see, you. How to say it? I think, I hope, no, I wish. Don't say those words. They are the seed for the mind to resurrect. You have to be more radical.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Because you see, it's the language of the time. I see, because there is a future. I hope there is a future. Speak without time. Yes. No, talk something. Whatever. What happens to you? Yes. I don't hear. Huh? Yeah.
What is the question?
What happens to you? Nothing happens. That is a good perfume. Do I know you? You? I know you? No, huh?
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Fine? Yes.
I'm not yet able to do it.
So you suffer.
Sorry.
So you suffer,
Exactly.
but you want to, you would like to be able to do it, yeah?
Sure.
So you try for it. You try.
Yes.
And what happens when you try?
Sometimes I manage better than others.
Yes, but yeah. You see, the emphasis is not so much in touching or not touching, but to indicate don't touch it. In fact, it's not to remain as somebody who is freed from that suffering of touching. That direction is bringing you prior the idea I am touch, not touch. So you stop too early. Okay. What do you do not to be touched?
I try to not follow the mind going towards.
So,
the
but the
situation.
target is not okay. The target is not to continue to see. The target is to be left alone, isn't it?
To be left alone, meaning that this thing is outside and does not touch me being in the center.
Yeah, but now you don't care about that. The moment you don't touch, where are you left?
In myself, or abiding in the self.
So quick. I would not say so. You see, you stop at I, which felt I am touched, which feels I'm not touched, but you remain in I. Now, that sense of existence, that I, becomes also now an object, isn't it? You can speak about that. So don't look at it and dive there. That direction. Then, what? Is there anybody feeling not to know the direction? That's good. So there is a direction too much now.